If you told me I was capable of doing something like this by myself a year or two ago, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but I have finally done it. Over 7,000 plus hours spent working on this specific project was no easy task. When I tell you that this project ate away at my soul, it's not an exaggeration. My passion to deliver something new and unique is what fueled me to get this going, and I'm very proud to announce that I have finally finished and I'm ready to release my first ever ROM hack. Technically, we would call this a mod, as there's a significant difference between modding and an actual ROM hack, but just so that we're on the same page, we'll continue to label this as a ROM hack. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Pokemon Definitive Platinum. Before I begin talking about this, I want to first preface the goal of this game and the inspiration behind making this specific version of Platinum. I want you to take a second and remember yourself sometime in the year of 2008-2009 when Pokemon Platinum was first announced. Diamond and Pearl have passed, and you take a look at the commercials and are completely blown away at the new immersive experience the Sinnoh region was heading towards, the improvements it brought over, and the more optimal way to experience the Sinnoh region and thoroughly enjoy what Generation 4 at the time had to offer. The goal of this ROM hack is just that. You went to your local game store, and at the time you picked up a copy of Pokemon Platinum, but this specific version is an alternative reality as to what Platinum could have been like for first-time players, and with a bit of creative touches here and there. So this is not a difficulty hack with updated Pokemon battle mechanics, moves, etc., as that niche doesn't exactly fit the scope of what this game aims to do. If you want to play Platinum at a more casual level, while also serving a bit of a challenge, that this is going to be the perfect game for you to play. So with that being said, let's dive into what this project is all about. I have brought over some quality of life improvements such as reusable repels, which is a mechanic introduced in Black and White 2 and now is brought over to Gen 4, which is awesome. The game will prompt you a message and ask you which repel you want to use, depending on what is also included in your bag. Overworld poison damage is removed, so no need to worry about having antidotes or other medicine items, so you don't have to worry about your Pokemon losing HP while moving around. This is also another feature that was in Gen 5 and is now also brought over to Gen 4. Unlimited steps at the Great Marsh, so feel free to explore this place without the restrictive movements the game will force on you for exceeding the steps limit. HM moves can now be forgotten at any time, whether you're in the overworld or you're trying to teach a brand new TM to somebody because they learned a new move. Every egg now hatches with fewer steps just to speed up any eggs you might get on your adventure. In the summary menu, a description of what a specific nature does will show you what stats are affected. Honeytree encounters are now instant, with only a 10% chance to fail at encountering a wild Pokemon using this method, so you no longer need to wait a long period of time just to encounter something from these trees. Unlimited TMs. Technically, you can get another copy of Platinum and trade over a Pokemon to teach the one-time use of TMs, like Thunder, for example. So going off this logic, it makes sense just to make it unlimited at this point. But something to keep in mind is that you can sell them, but if you do, they're gone for good until you get another set of TM. So be careful, especially if you are nuzlocking this game. Friendship evolutions now only require to be leveled up once to evolve, taking away the tedious process of evolving Pokemon like Togepi and Riolu. Pokemon that require held items to trade over and evolve have been made so that Pokemon that hold the respective item, like Rhydon for example, holding the Protector, will evolve immediately after gaining one level. Keep in mind that this will also consume the item of what's being held. Trade evolutions all evolve at level 36, so for example, if you wanted an Alakazam, then you can level up a Kadabra to level 36 to get one. There are 3 Pokemon with different evolution changes just to make it a bit easier to obtain these specific Pokemon. Starting with Feebas, all you need to do is use a Water Stone to get a Milotic, and for Eevee, you can get an Espeon using a Sunstone and or an Umbreon with a Moonstone. The game's item distribution is very generous, I would say, so this will enhance the ease to acquire these types of items to use in your playthroughs. With the quality of life improvements out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into what has changed for this game. For the most part, the story remains the same, but there's added story elements, dialogue, etc. to further expand the Sinnoh experience. This is carried out in the main game, including the post-game. For example, Iron Island is taken over by Team Galactic to reference the anime. Fuego Ironworks is also taken over by them. This is just to add onto the mischief that the evil team carries out. Overall, there's a lot of newly added content in this game to be enjoyed. Something we haven't seen much is the interactions and dialogue exchanges with the Battle Frontier Brains. These guys are really unique characters, and we normally don't learn much about them, so this game aims to fix that. A focus on this game is the lore, so be on the lookout to meet some familiar faces and talk to NPCs to learn a thing or two about the location you're in. Every gym leader has 6 Pokemon on their team, and each team has some Pokemon referencing party members from the manga or other entry titles of the series. This can also be seen with Team Galactic as well. The entirety of the game is more difficult than normal Platinum, but not at a Kaizo level. There are no type changes, ability, or stat changes, but what has changed are the new levels you will encounter on your journey from trainers to gym leaders alike. It is also designed to help you prepare for upcoming fights and challenges in the game so that grinding isn't as necessary against wild Pokemon. The game is also designed for you to be able to acquire and/or see all 493 Pokemon in the Pokédex. There are a lot of diverse encounters that can shape up to new and unique teams every time you do a new playthrough of the game, so that there's a lot of replayability in a whole new way. Meet Trent, originally an unused character in the Platinum files, so I made use of it and decided to introduce someone new to the game. Talk to him when you get the chance. I'm sure many of you will grow to like Trent a lot. I don't want to potentially spoil more of the game, but I urge you to check it out to see what exactly this game is all about and to see if you can catch references made from other source materials, especially if you can play up to the post game and play through the post game as well. I believe there is something for everyone in regards to how people play Pokemon games, so I hope you enjoy it. The following names on screen are those that have provided help and assistance, whether it was learning some material, how to actually script some things, learning the technology and the terminology, how things work in-game from a developer perspective, and so much more. Thank you to this group for your help and your contributions in helping me learn and making me more aware and better as a ROM hacker / ROM modder. Downloading and playing the game is very simple, so I will walk you through how to do it. First things first, you will need a Revolution 1 version of Pokemon Platinum. Dump your cartridge if you own a physical copy of the game. I will not be providing any information on how to obtain a copy if you don't own one due to legal reasons other than buying and dumping. Asking in the comments or in the Discord server will have you removed. In the description, you will see a Google Drive link, and this contains the patch. You will need a patcher software, and at the time of this recording, I may or may not have provided one that is in the Google Drive link itself, and if I did and it does not work for you, just do a quick Google search. All you need is a patcher that can patch .ips files. That's pretty much it. Depending on the software you are using, it all pretty much operates the same way. The patch file is the one that you downloaded, which is Definitive Platinum. The original file would be your actual Platinum game. Designate the output file and save it wherever you want on your computer. If it asks you to name it Definitive Platinum, and be sure to add .nds at the end of it so that your emulator is able to read the game so that you can play it. The game was not tested for actual hardware, so I advise not to try it and stick to playing on an emulator instead, and that should pretty much be it. You should be fine and set and ready to go to play this game. If you made a purchase of any kind to play this, you have been scammed. This is a free-to-play game with no monetization at all. If you pay to play this, ask for your money back ASAP. But overall, be careful, as most, if not all, ROM hacks out there should not require a fee to play, especially if it's Pokemon. That's going to be the end of this video, but I can't end it without mentioning my partner in crime when developing the game behind the scenes, Agent Ocelot. This man playtested the game like 20 times all the way through and somehow found bugs and ways to break the game each time, so there should be absolutely nothing wrong with this final version of the game. Otherwise, I'm just going to load up Minecraft and jump into a pit of lava to just end it all. Regardless, have fun with the game, guys. If the feedback is good enough to warrant another project out of me, then I'll consider it after a big break from touching anything related to projects like these. Join the Discord server if you'd like to receive assistance when playing the game or looking at a visual of the details about it as well. I do not plan to release documentation other than Wild Pokemon. The server is also a great place to be playing Pokemon Battle Revolution online against others, where tournaments are held monthly, and having access to a lot of resources to help assist your playthroughs, whether on a casual or even on a competitive perspective. I'm sure there is something for everyone in the server itself, so feel free to join it and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe if you are new to stay up to date with these uploads, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.